the laptops now.
Oh, yeah. You gotta get sweaty. You gotta get sweaty in here. It's time to get sweaty.
This video is brought to you by CyberGameway, with an emphasis on exposing streamers of all types, as well as exploring business relationships with partnered websites and service providers. CyberGameway is the place you want to be for streaming gamers who want that sub bump. To apply for membership or sponsorship, head over to cybergameway.com.
So, inside this box is a challenge. It's an Asus laptop. The guy who I did Project Tango for, the artilleryman, Don, who he was in Fort Hood, now he's at Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Anyway, so he liked what I did with Project Tango so much. Where the hell is it? Okay. He liked what I did with Tango so much, he asked me if I could take a look at his laptop and possibly update it. So we're going to do that. If I can open the fucking thing. What I do know about this is it's an Asus laptop. Oh, it's in the box still. It is that. It's an Asus G752. That. It's about, I think, 5 years old, something like that. He got it after he graduated college and took it with him overseas. And okay, it doesn't open fully. Got it when he graduated college, took it overseas to the sandbox, and where it was just beat to shit. So I don't know what's wrong with it, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Because what we're going to be doing is just completely redoing it from the deck plates up. Oh wow, he did a number on it. He just put all the stuff back on it. This is actually kind of cool. I've not seen... Wow, okay, there's a lot of wear on this thing. One of the keys is kind of stuck. And, well, basically what he did tell me, he was definitely right off the bat, it's seen a lot of wear. So one of the things that we were talking about is he actually wants me to find a new case for this. Because there's dings all over the place, there's dents, although I do like the brushed aluminum look. But this has to go. You can see it's very scuffed. And it's gonna go. And she disappeared into the box. A couple of things that we were talking about too is, along with modifying, well, getting a new case, a new casing, and possibly modifying it, is we were talking about updating it because what's got in there isn't bad, but it's old, and he wants to play newer stuff like No Man's Sky. So we're going to be updating it. New graphics card, new RAM, and some other bells and whistles, possibly? Although I don't entirely know what you can do with this thing under the hood. What I do know is, along with that, I am going to be modding the case as much as I possibly can. I don't know exactly what I can do, but I'll figure it out. It's going to be a fun project because, oh, that's interesting. The CD drive is just, the lid for the CD drive is just sort of hanging off there. So I'll have to see if I can find another one of those and or glue the ever-living fuck out of it. Because who uses CDs anymore? It's a really, really neat. What I can tell is that's plastic, that's metal, that's metal, that's plastic. So anything that's plastic is gonna get painted. But I do like the brushed aluminum look, so I'm going to stick with this as much as possible. But all this stuff, it's cheap, and so it can be modified. Painted maybe, etched probably if I can find my etcher again. And yeah, whole new casing. It's gonna be a lot of fun. What I might also try to do is see if I can work on this. Because if I'm gonna get a new case, I might as well see what I can do with the bottom. maybe increase the airflow a little bit, and definitely get a cleaning. So with that in mind, we're gonna take this baby and go to the workshop. Okay, so one of the things about this that I did not mention is that on the, what's over here, on the disk drive, the whatever the hell this is, this keeps coming off. So I'm gonna have to find a way to secure that because I could not find another one on eBay. So first things first. Oh, another thing, when I was doing research, I said I was going to upgrade the graphics card, and I can't do that either because it's on board. There's no way to like put in a 1070, which is what I wanted to do. So on the docket then is just starting to take it apart. So that's what we do. And it is the day before Thanksgiving, so I'd like to get this taken apart today. I'm going to enjoy learning a lot about all this because I've never propped open a laptop before, and I understand that shit can go wrong, but I'm hoping things go smoothly. I did do my homework on this thing, so it should be okay. Come on. Come on, eh? There we are. Oh, and that's just in there. That's good. Now, right away, a lot of this is going to be easy as far as upgrading. It doesn't really matter at this point, though, because I do have to take everything out in order to take it apart. So, yeah. All right. Pretty simple so far. Come in, you fucker. This is just shoddy design work. Like, I get why they would... I get it's like an aesthetic thing. But really, I mean, do you really need these? Nobody gives a shit. Nobody's looking at the bottom of this fucking thing. Hi, sweetie. Yeah, nobody is looking at the bottom of a fucking laptop. God damn it, Lotus. I do like this motherboard, and interesting enough, there is another set of RAM DIMMs on the other side of the motherboard. So, not that we're going to use it, but that is something that I found quite interesting. Come on! Screw it. Stupid puns. Don't you dare. Nope. I like how easily upgradable this thing is. A lot of laptop companies, they sort of don't anticipate, or they want to make people buy newer stuff, but they just sort of make things difficult. It's not so bad these days, but older gaming laptops they would have the motherboard and the RAM DIMMs underneath the keyboard, which just makes it really, really tedious. I don't actually think that needs to come off, but this does. Screw it. God, that's never gonna be funny for me. Is this all just one piece? Oh, here's an interesting thing I didn't even think about. With the way that I'm going to be doing with this, what I had planned is on the casing, I was going to try to cut some holes in it, and since I can't build into it, I want to build onto it. So I'm going to get some clear plexi, maybe do some stuff with it, maybe put a design in here. And I wanted to put in some LEDs, but I couldn't find anything. And also, I didn't want to screw anything up by soldering it to the wrong points on like a USB port. So what I did was I got an entire new casing. And what I discovered was they're already there. These are side-facing LEDs. So since I'll have 2 sets of those, maybe what I can do is remove these ones and put them somewhere else. Like right here. I think that would be really, really cool because that's where it's clear. Otherwise, what I could do is I could cut out a bigger part of it. And one thing I definitely do want to do is beneath the casing, behind the monitor, I want to get this sort of vinyl thing that looks like circuitry, and so that'll go on the back, and then whatever window I cut into the back of the casing, you'll be able to see that, and it'll be lit up. So that'll be fun. Must to be careful not to break anything. Did you really? All 3 area codes of it?
Just a crack.
You're making me self-conscious.
Thankfully, this thing's pretty malleable. There we go. See that I just got that little latch right there? Come on. And it just comes right out. And from here, I can just push the CD drive out. I forgot a screw. Ha ha! Yatta! Okay, that was a trip. So, this is very, very neat looking. I'm enjoying my first experience of the laptop, even as tedious as it is. So, you know what, I'm just going to worry about that later. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be removing the RAM entirely. So, now that we've got that off, I have to take the monitor off. And honestly, I don't think I have to do that. Do I? The battery's right there. And everything does need to come out on the bottom end. Oh, I do need this. Yes, you're right. Yeah, now I see why people just stick to building just regular desktops. Yeah, this is really tedious. And it's getting kind of annoying because there's so many things to disconnect, and I really, really just am nervous about harming anything. Oh, well, that was easy. A lot of worrying, and then click. That's it. And Bob's your uncle. So now we've got the motherboard and the fans and the battery that we have to remove, which shouldn't be that big a deal. How did this come out? Oh, let's put that over there and pretend like I remember where that came from. What I will do is one of the things that I initially thought of when I just started working on design stuff is I will cut holes into, not this one, I'll cut holes into the other one. Cut slits or something. I want to maintain the ASUS because this actually lights up, but I was going to cut some slits or something in here because there's actually side-facing LEDs in here, and I removed the ones from the other casing. Actually, I'll remove these ones and put them into the other casing so that it'll be a little bit more brighter. And since this lights up red, I'm gonna like cut I will cut other holes and I think they just light up white. So if this just lights up red, that'll be cool, but if not, that's fine too. But what I really would like to do is, with all the holes that I'm gonna put in there, I want to put like circuit board looking vinyl wrap on the back of the monitor so that you can see through it. And so we'll see how that turns out. Not entirely sure if I'm going to stick with that idea, but that's how it's looking right now. Yay!